What's going on, guys? Dan here. Well, we're gonna start painting. So where we left it last, I had stripped the whole front end. You guys were silently judging in the old clickety-clack. All the stuff is dry. It's been a day now. Everything's got, 2 or 3 coats. All the big stuff anyways. That Amazon box has all the miscellaneous fasteners in it. I kind of was cleaning and I gave up. And here's my thought process. Have a seat. Let's talk this out. So, in here, see all that crud and whatnot. So I think what I'm going to do is on both sides, I'm just going to kind of get all that cleaned out. I got to take this one brake line off. And scrape the real, the chunky stuff off if there's any. Spray it all down with some brake clean. And then I'm going to, I use truck bed coating. I'm going to do the whole tub. Yeah, I'm going to do the frame and all that, the inside of the frame. Get all that kind of squared away on both sides. Then, well, I gotta do more cleaning before I do that, but I'm also going to clean up the K-frame, get that all together, the sway bars, get all the bushings and whatnot out. And I'm going to paint the frame black as well. And I'll probably, I don't know if I'll push the torsion bars back, whatever, I'll do that. Center link, just do everything so it's all in, that's just going to be, well, I guess satin black, that's all I got. And then, while that's kind of drying, I'll probably put a couple of coats on. I'll finish cleaning up. I still got to do the upper control arms, the bushings. I haven't done that yet. I left frustrated, so I got to press these out. These will probably fight me and be a pain and all that. Then the wire wheel and paint them, but whatever. So I can get all that kind of together. Well, the paint's drying. We'll see. It's already kind of late, so I don't know if I want to step in or not. It might be a tomorrow job. But then I will, we'll kind of scuff down whatever I haven't done, wipe down some thinner. Actually, as you can see, this, I had a little bit of fire there trying to get the control arm bolt out. So scuff it, get it cleaned up, get that painted green, let her dry. That's the plan for this video. Probably a day or two, a little bit of screwing around, and but the reward is going to be there. It's going to look good, and then put the suspension back together. Almost all my Rock Auto stuff came. I did buy some new these. I ordered some anyways. Hopefully they'll be here in a couple days. I can't justify putting this junk back in. It fought me too hard. I spent the $14. So yeah, be a lot of masking, taping, painting for the next day or two. Let's get after it. Alright, well, we're all cleaned up in there. I also did the K-frame, as you saw. So what I use, truck bed liner. So I did write down the number of turns, so don't forget. Oh, this is done. We're just going to kind of spray all in here. Just want to get a few more shapes. The only thing we're going to be careful of is the brake line. I'll come back and probably do a little bit in there just with paint as opposed to this stuff. This stuff was sitting on the ground, so I think it's a little cold. So I'll give her a shake, I'll give her a spray down, and then I'll bring it back when they're both dry, well, drying, and then we'll focus on painting the K-frame. Alright, it's been a couple hours, and it's all black. I did paint the K-member, you know what, and then I started standing on it, so I think I'm going to do that again. It looks good, I'm happy with it. I actually took all the brake lines out of it. I broke down, did that. So it's getting late. I kind of want to paint this thing. It's probably about 10 o'clock. But I think I'm going to start masking. So I'm just going to mask the fenders and kind of, you know, everything off that way. And then just gonna mask around the steering box, the wiper motor, and the brake booster, and then the little bit of kind of wiring connections. That stuff I obviously will, I'll probably paint that. I mean, at this point I've gone all the way, but the just the regular rattle can, it's cold out, it's kind of taking a while to dry, so I think I'm going to paint it with the proper paint, which has hardener in it, the green. We'll get that all dialed, and then I still got to do the battery tray and a few things like that, but I can do that kind of after. I want to get the engine bay all painted up, dialed together, and then go from there. So I'm going to mask it up and wipe it all down. I've already kind of wiped it a couple times, blew it all off with air. I had gun wash on it, so it should be okay. Got the last little bits where there's some like stickers and kind of junk. Took the little rubber pads off. I mean, let's be honest. This is more than I was going to do anyways, so I think I'm ready to start masking. I'll mix some paint up and we'll make it happen. Hopefully tonight, if I don't run into some sort of roadblock. Well, we're all masked up. I gave it a quick wipe down. I gotta run some masking across the front here, but I think that's as good as she's gonna get. At least as good as I'm gonna make it. I got a little bit too much masking up there, but so now the trick I gotta get, I guess I'm gonna have to climb in and I guess do the firewall. Yeah, this would be nice if it was like on a rotisserie on its side, but climbing in and out, up on jack stands, no front suspension, is a bit of a pain. So I think we have to, you know, do everything and then not this, and I'll try and do the cowl from the side. Oh well. Anyways, I've got the paint out, so just single stage junk. This is what the color kind of looks like. Ooh. So same stuff I did the quarters with. Obviously it's all kind of roughed out and stuff, but it came out really nice and shiny. So I'm gonna mix some of this up. I'll load it in the gun, and we'll see what happens. check this out. It's late. It stinks in here. But it's all nice, it's shiny, got it all. So I was struggling because I wanted to get the back, the firewall, and underneath done very well before I kind of climbed out. I think I did a pretty good job. It's not perfect. There's a couple of spots that I wish I would have put a second coat on, but when you're up in there, it's hard to see underneath. So I got that. You can see, I mean, I painted right over the old runs. And you know how that's not my run? Because that's my run. And when the run I made, all the metal flake piled up and it got darker. That's how I know it's my run. But yeah, I climbed out, kind of whatever. I didn't mask this off very well, so I'm going to have to clean this with a little bit of gun wash or whatever, but let it dry up, and we'll redo the K-frame, the steering and all that, but we're done for the night. I think tomorrow we'll paint everything up. We'll paint the K-frame black again. We'll put some stuff back on the firewall. I unmasked the fenders and the firewall, whatever, the cowl and all that, while it's still wet, just because I feel like otherwise it kind of tears the paint. That stuff isn't actually touching any of the paint, so it'll be fine. I might just get some black paint. I don't know if I have any, but and brush it. Kind of brush it all black. Be a lot easier, don't have to mask anything. And parts of the K-frame, I might do that as well, actually. But yeah, well, it was a busy night. It stinks in here. I got a headache. It's a little after midnight. I'm going to bed. See you guys tomorrow. Next day. Look how good this looks. So, paint's dry. It's still like soft. I don't want to be too hard on it. But I gotta clean a little overspray off. Anyways, Danielle's making a nice little dinner tonight. So I thought what I would do before dinner is I would paint the wiper motor, the master, the little piece behind it, a little bit of steering. I just have some trim clad. I'm just going to paint it by hand. I think it'll be a lot easier than trying to mask and screw around and all that. After I do that, then I can clean all this off with a little bit of thinner or something like that. Then probably mask the bottom and paint the K-member one more time, which shouldn't take that much. I did get a bunch of parts from Rock Auto today, so I'll see exactly what did show up. Hopefully I got some good stuff. Just got them from work, so I haven't done a whole lot. And yeah, this came out really good. There was just a couple of spots. One spot right in there. I didn't quite get enough paint in. And then the back of the one shock tower, I guess I blew it in just a little far away maybe, or what? It's a little dry. But otherwise, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm very happy with it. So, we'll set the camera up, we'll do a little bit of painting, get out of there. I want to start putting stuff back on, like the wiring. Get this thing set up to look like a car again. I'll get after it. Alright guys, this is as far as I'm going to make it. I kind of ran the wiring. We got everything all kind of painted up somewhat. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm loving the way it looks, but the paint is still soft. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet, because I painted this thing, well, I guess it was like this morning at like midnight. Now it's like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night type thing. And so like, you can touch it and all that, but if you jam a fingernail in it and stuff, it's still, I don't know. Give it another day. I'll crank the heat overnight and just leave it. I'm happy with it. I think it looks good. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. Coming up next, I got another bunch of parts. So I got some wheel studs. This is all the bushings for the front little strut bar thing. I got what are these? Oh, sway bar end links. I got this was $10. I can't believe it. $10. The bushing is usually $10. Like how are they making money at $10? So I got one of them, and this is all full of brake stuff. So look at that. You guys always give me a hard time for reusing brake hardware. Brand new. It's all for you guys. And I think it's just e-brake stuff in there, and we got shocks and other bushings in there. But that's it. Thing looks good. I gotta say, I really like this color of green. I don't know why. It looks so good with black. Like, it looks great with the, I think, the wheels and stuff. And once we get that brand new motor in there all painted up and looking nice, it'll look pretty good. I might get in there and clean up the steering box just a little bit. And yeah, there we go. Still gotta run the wiring, you know, all these little things. But I just, see, this is why you can't have nice paint. Slows you down. But that's it for tonight. I'll see you. I'm starting a new video tomorrow. You guys will get in a couple of days, and we'll be putting the whole front suspension on. We'll have this thing sitting on the ground on its own weight, and then I don't know if we'll do maybe some electrical stuff, do some electrical tracing for the wires, make sure all the light bulbs and all that stuff can work. Because I've done none of that. The wipers, the heater, all that sort of stuff. Or if we're working on the interior, I'm not really too sure. We're still gonna do rear brakes, and I think the motor's probably another week or 10 days away. Shipping, right? See you guys in the next one.